So I just got back from the gym. This morning I had a smoothie. It was just a full jar, not a very oversized one. I did not do very much cardio this morning at the gym, and I actually didn't go to the gym yesterday. I've had some just like tight muscles in my back, just like discomfort, not anything major, but anyway, I'm kind of trying to let that go away before I push it too hard, because it does make it a little bit worse when I go to the gym and get on the elliptical machine for 30 minutes. So anyway, I'm just back now starving. I'm going to cut up some mangoes here. See, my mangoes, they're actually really ripe. I did not eat very many over the past few days, so I'm gonna cut those up. My fruit bowl is full, man. So here's my FitnessPal with my smoothie from this morning. So that's 322 calories, tons of carbs, like 1.5 grams of fat, I think. We're gonna go and add my mangoes. I just stick this stuff under breakfast for a while, Okay, this one looks about right. I do have 544 grams. I'm not really sure why that's already in there like that. That's funny. Maybe that's the amount that I cut up last time too. So we're gonna add that. 648 calories from fruit this morning. So that means I need to eat a little bit more fruit before 4 o'clock. Kind of doing raw till whenever. Okay, so I try to eat 80% of my calories from carbohydrates. I try to eat 10% or around that from fats and 10% or around that from protein. I don't track every day, but I do really watch what I eat. Anytime I go to the grocery store, I pick something up, I always look at the label. Number one, to make sure that it is totally plant-based, so there are no animal products. And number two, to check the fat. If it's over like 9 grams of fat, that's pretty high. I try to stick with about 27 grams of fat a day, and so that's not very much. So if you're picking up something that's 9 grams of fat per serving, and I don't ever eat the serving size, I always eat more. So if I'm eating 2 or 3 servings of something with 9 grams of fat, I'm already at my fat intake for the day, just with that one snack, or that one meal. So I really try to keep my fat intake low. The way to do that is make sure you're not eating a lot of oil. Make sure you're not eating a lot of like nuts and stuff like that. You can have some in moderation, but you don't want to end up where you get to the end of the day and you've got 50 grams of fat in your diet, because that is how you gain weight and become unhealthy. Not just gaining weight, but heart disease, all that stuff. High fat diets, high oil diets. So I try to make sure that stuff kind of stays away from me. Otherwise, I eat lots of potatoes, lots of rice, pasta, starches. Everybody's like, those are the bad carbs. There are not bad carbs. they all get used for energy. Your body uses carbs for energy. So I would not worry about eating potatoes or rice or pasta. I've always eaten that stuff, and I've always been a healthy weight carbs. So that's the way to go, man. That's what your body runs off of. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Alright, so I made my own laundry detergent. I bought 100% Castile soap. You have to grate that. You need 2 cups of it. Then you need 2 cups of washing soda. I just bought the Arm & Hammer brand. That was very cheap. And then you need 1 cup of baking soda. In that 1 cup of baking soda, you're going to put an essential oil. I use lavender. Came out smelling really nicely. I put 10 drops in there. You measure into separate containers. Once it's all measured out, you're going to pour a little from each container into whatever container you're going to use to store your laundry detergent in. I used a container with a seal so that moisture can't get in. And as you pour little by little, you're going to mix it. Make sure it gets mixed up really well. Online it says that you have to use 1/4 of a cup per large load. So it doesn't take very much. And it would last a while. Arm & Hammer washing soda here, $3.69 for that big box. I only used probably 1/3 of the box, so $1.20-ish, 25. The Arm & Hammer baking soda is 85 cents. I only used a cup out of it. That's probably half the box, so 40 cents for that. So that is up to $1.65. And then the soap, it took me less than a bar of soap. I bought 6 bars because I wasn't sure how much it was going to take. So about $1 for that. So we're up to $2.65 for that amount of laundry detergent. That's very cheap. So, you know, I don't know what that figures up to per load. I'll have to see how many loads I can get out of this. But it seems like it would be very cheap, like cents per load. I also made my own dryer sheets. I just bought these cotton cloths and I cut them up into thirds and then put half a cup of vinegar mixed with an essential oil. Again, I use lavender. You mix it together and then you pour it into this container over the sheets. You make sure that they get wet and that there's not a lot of excess like liquid in there, which there wasn't with that half cup. And then you just leave it. You throw it in the dryer with your clothes, and then after you use it, you stick it back in the jar. I just pull all of them out and stick it on the bottom. So they're reusable, and they smell really nice. These are from a local farm here in Albany, and they look delicious, and they actually feel really nice. They didn't feel like they were super ripe when I bought them, so that was good. Not squishy or anything, but they're quite large and quite nice to be organic. I also did my grocery shopping today. I bought some pasta sauce, I bought some mac and cheese on there, some vegan mac and cheese. That was probably the most expensive thing I bought today, just because I was craving it. Bought some spaghetti, which, by the way, I compared spaghetti in the store. I compared the regular spaghetti to a whole grain spaghetti, and the macros on them are almost exactly the same. Anyway, it doesn't end up that whole grain pasta is better for you, so I don't know why people say that. There may be a difference in digestion, but that's about it. I bought lots of black beans. They were on sale. All my stuff to make my laundry detergent. And some bananas for my waffles. $31 with tax. Very cheap. You can live off of a vegan diet for cheap. And this is probably going to last me for like, I don't know, 2 weeks maybe. With all the stuff I have already. So I had to renew my membership, which is at $45 at the top. I've got my orange juice on here. That's $5.72 for 2 bottles of orange juice. My mixed fruit, that's 6 pounds of mixed fruit for $13.48. And then 3 half-gallon cartons of unsweetened almond milk for $7.98. They do have organic almond milk, the original at Sam's, which I think tastes better. I don't think the unsweetened tastes as good if you're eating it in cereal or something. But the organic one is $9 something, $9.30 something, I think. So that's actually still not bad for almond milk.